You may be wondering if it's okay to discount or pay less attention to LSAT question types that hardly ever come up. I'll share my thoughts. Hey, what's up everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to share my thoughts on whether it's okay to disregard rare or uncommon LSAT question types. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. We offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So the reason I'm making this video is that a student recently asked me if it was okay to ignore certain question types, particularly in LSAT logical reasoning, like evaluate the argument, cannot be true, and parallel reasoning, in favor of instead focusing on more common question types like must be true, flaw, and necessary assumption. My question in response was, what kind of score are you shooting for on the LSAT? If you're just struggling to break into the 150s or to hit a 160, yes, of course, you could make the argument that it's worth focusing on the more common types first, mastering those, and then, and only then, moving on to less common types like parallel, evaluate, and cannot be true. However, if you are reasonably aiming for a top LSAT score, and I'm talking here at least 165 plus, if not 170 plus, then you need to make sure you are competent, or more than competent, really a master of all LSAT question types, even the ones that don't come up that often. In particular, parallel reasoning, which I know almost everyone hates this type, but it does consistently show up every single exam. You'll have either parallel or parallel flaw, possibly both. In contrast, cannot be true and evaluate the argument don't come up every single exam, maybe once every 5 or 10 exams, but it could be yours. And if you really want the 170 plus, you cannot neglect any question type. This reminds me of the advice, terrible advice, by the way, I've heard from prep companies like Kaplan that tell students to do only 3 games or only 3 reading comp passages as a sort of pacing strategy. The problem here is that this sets a ceiling on how high you can score. Same goes for logical reasoning. If you neglect certain question types, you are limiting your potential. And if you really want the 170 plus, and I do recommend, of course, aiming for 170 plus, then you've got to understand everything and be willing to put in the work. No cutting corners if you want a top score. Believe me, your competition is putting in the work to understand everything. And LSAC is putting it all out there for you. They've released nearly 100 practice tests. You're not doing yourself any favors if you fail to make use of them. The exams are released with the answer keys. There are plenty of explanations out there. Inside my course, LSAT Unplugged, we not only have the explanations, but we also have live classes where you can ask your questions. Why would you not take advantage of the resources available to you if you truly want a top score? Now, of course, focus on building the foundation first. Start with your lowest hanging fruit. Get that solid, then move on down the line to the next most common question types and so on. Before you reach LSAT test day, you can't leave any stone unturned. You've got to be able to do all 4 games, all 4 passages, and all of the 15 different types of logical reasoning questions if you want to achieve your fullest potential. I'm here for you. You can reach out. You can check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. Again, like I've said, like I always say, we'd love to help you out. You can take advantage of that resource available to you. And of course, you can do all the previously released LSAT exams, not only logical reasoning, but also games and reading comp as well. By the way, for games, the progression would be ordering games, grouping games, combination games, then the rare curveballs for reading comprehension. If natural science is your least favorite, as I'd imagine it is for a lot of pre-laws out there, of course, don't neglect that either. Focus on structure, not the content. And there are techniques available to you to help you strip away the surface level content to get down to the underlying structure and see how the author is going about making their argument. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. End rant. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out, and your sharing this video really does make a difference. Maybe you know someone who wants a top score, but has been neglecting or pushing aside the less common question types, the ones they just don't like, and this video could make the difference for them, making it a focus to master it all. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.